Plus, PSA is launching a new service for customers to list trading cards on eBay as soon as the card is graded in order to accelerate the selling process. Oh boy, this is interesting. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, that there is an awesome plan for your life. Today, I want to talk about, I just want to sit down and just kind of have a conversation with you guys. I've been realizing that I'm enjoying this, just kind of sitting down and talking with y'all, and y'all are enjoying just listening and engaging with me about something that is a big, I don't even know what the right word is. I've heard people use the term monopoly, and I'm not sure if that's the right word. I want to be clear about this when we're talking about PSA and eBay and Goldin, that I'm not certain if this is bad or if this is good. I just think this is very interesting, and I think it's something that we should talk about, and then you guys can let me know in the comments below if y'all think it's good or bad, and we can just kind of see what the community says. But there is a mass gathering of three of the biggest players in the Pokemon card and sports card collecting and, selling and buying and selling space. And this is quite interesting to me. So basically, I'm just going to give you the very simple term of it, and then we'll actually read some of this article. But essentially, we have a huge joining of forces right now between Goldin auctions, between eBay, and between PSA. And so we have, essentially, for lack of a better term, the world's largest online selling platform, eBay. One of the most prestigious and most well-known auction houses that sells tons of graded Pokemon cards, sports cards, and all kinds of other stuff, Goldin Auctions. And then PSA, the world's most popular and most used grading and authentication service for Pokemon cards, sports cards, Magic cards, stuff like that. So we have three of the heaviest hitters and biggest influencers in the business sector of collectible cards and selling collectible cards. And they're all basically about to start working together and, for lack of a better term, be all owned by the same company. Now, this is really interesting, and it's something that, it seems like they're going to be providing some services that could be cool if you're a seller, but I just want to read, and we want to talk about this with you guys and see what you guys think, because I'm hearing about this from a bunch of different people. So it's going to be a basic, let's just read right here. So we got an interview right here from TechCrunch. This is, an article. This is all over the internet, all over different articles, but the one that I liked the most was from TechCrunch. So we got an article right here from TechCrunch. eBay enters trading card commercial agreement with Collectors, acquires Goldin. So Collectors is the company that owns PSA, right? So we're going to go right in here. eBay continues to invest in the trading card space. The e-commerce company announced Wednesday 3 significant commercial transactions with Collectors, the parent company of PSA. So Collectors is the parent company that basically owns PSA is under that umbrella. The third-party authentication and grading provider in the collectibles industry, meaning PSA. These transactions include a trading card commercial agreement that aims to provide trading enthusiasts with seamless buying, selling, grading, and storage experience. So we see seamless buying, selling, grading, and storage experience. So this is where my only hesitation comes. I'm not saying that this is bad. It remains to be seen if this is going to be good or bad or not. But sometimes when you hear people, huge companies getting together and saying, hey, we're trying to offer you a seamless experience with all of this, sometimes it's really, really good. Sometimes it's not really, really good. Like here's an example, okay? Completely different. This is about a car. So I bought a Honda Accord a long time ago, and they offered a seamless experience with this Honda Accord at this dealership. Since I bought the Honda Accord at that dealership, I got free oil changes for life. And every time I got an oil change, I could come in and I could bring my car in, and they would wash my car for me every single time just because I bought it there. I didn't have to buy any extra special warranty or anything like that. I just had to have purchased the car there, and that was a seamless, nice little experience that they gave me for the rest of the ownership of the car. It was awesome. I loved it. The catch was, every time I'd bring my car in for an oil change, they'd rip everything apart and say, hey, we found all these things that we need to charge you to fix. You should fix this, and you should fix this. And there's always, somewhere around $2,000 to $3,000 worth of stuff they were saying that I should fix, or, replace the air filter in my car for $500 when they've already taken it out and showing me that it needs to be replaced. And I'm like, well, why don't you just put it back in there and charge me for a filter? It just silly things like that, right? So Yeah, it was a seamless experience, but there was a catch that I didn't really see until later on. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen with this, but I'm just saying typically when you see something that's saying, hey, we're offering a seamless experience, it seems like it could be really, really good, but as we go down the line, we determine if it really is a great seamless experience or if there's a bunch of catches to it, and that's the only thing that I'm curious about here. They're trying to include a trading card commercial agreement aims to provide enthusiasts with a seamless buying, selling, grading, and storage experience. As part of the partnership, eBay and PSA plan to introduce a customer-centric product experience over the coming months. PSA is launching a new service for customers to list trading cards on eBay as soon as the card is graded in order to accelerate the selling process. This is what I think is probably the biggest news out of this whole information is since PSA and eBay are now essentially, merged. I'm using dumb terms, okay? I'm not the most intelligent person in the world. I don't know all the correct terms. I'm just using the dumb terms that most of the people watching this can understand because you're a regular person like me, right? Basically, since PSA and eBay are essentially merged or working hand in hand, their PSA is going to roll out a new service that you send your card off to grade and they say, okay, the card's now graded. And then they email you and they're like, hey, we can automatically list this on sale for you on eBay. It's not even in your possession yet, but we can go ahead and automatically list it on sale for you on eBay. That's crazy to me. Without even getting it in hand, without even really giving, so potentially when, new Pokemon sets come out and people are the first to grade, now this makes it even more for them to be the first to the market when nobody's even had the card. It could really do some odd stuff that I'm not sure how it's going to work out. But I find that wild that now that they're working together, PSA can grade something and then offer to, a seamless experience to automatically put it up for sale for you. And they're going to be getting paid on the grading. Obviously, they're going to be getting paid on the commission for the eBay sale, right? So we see in, every step of the way, they're offering a seamless experience, but they're getting paid every step of the way. And they're incentivized to make more. PSA is already incentivized where they charge you extra if your grade is higher than you thought. They charge you based on the value of your grade. And now we have this incentivization for them to, hey, let's go ahead and sell it so, we can sell it for you immediately and we can make that other profit. Just a lot of ability and opportunity for these companies to make profit here, which could be a good thing if that means they're going to make their customer service, make it everything really, really good for the customer. Could also be a bad thing if it just leads to, a mass influx of, wanting to easily and quickly, for lack of a better term, flip things, which again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong or good about doing that. It's just, this is new. And I want to talk to you guys about it and see what y'all think about it. So let's look back at here. Additionally, eBay acquired collectors auction house Goldin, okay? A significant move that will greatly benefit collectors. The sale helps eBay expand the range of inventory for buyers as well as give Goldin sellers a wider audience. Goldin is a big, prestigious auction house. You see all kinds of big auctions, big item things being a part and being sold on Goldin. And so now apparently, eBay has acquired Goldin and PSA. So eBay owns Goldin and PSA. So the biggest selling platform in the world online now owns the biggest card grading company in the world and one of the most prestigious high value auction houses in the world. And it's interesting stuff. It's interesting stuff. Also, now here going the other way. eBay is selling the eBay vault to collectors, okay? So now they're selling their eBay vault where you could store your cards that were worth $700 or more in a secure place. And now eBay selling that vault to collectors or the company that owns PSA, creating a new offering that merges the existing vault services, okay? That's interesting. Also, apparently, PSA is now working with Fanatics Live, which is a new live streaming place for sports cards and stuff, but you would think that PSA would be working with eBay Live, but PSA is even working with Fanatics Live in such a degree that they're offering spiffs for people to sign up. And then if you tell your friends to sign up, you get spiffs and stuff. So it's interesting seeing PSA having a partnership with Fanatics Live, but not eBay Live, considering all of this basically merging of powers of companies that we're seeing with eBay, Goldin, and PSA. And again, I want to be clear and say, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying this is what's happening. But typically, from my limited experience, in economics and stuff, when you see huge companies merging together, sometimes it starts from wanting to provide a better customer experience. But as a customer, when your options start to be limited on where you can go, and you only have one option, or you have one company that owns everything and dictates the prices for everything, and there's nowhere else for you to go, it's always interesting to see what happens there. I'm not saying this is bad. I think I'm on the fence. This new service that they're going to be offering at PSA, where you can almost immediately put your card up for sale on eBay even before you get it back. On paper, that sounds really cool, especially if you're just grading things just to sell them. That sounds cool, but how does that look practically? Like when a new Pokemon set comes out and everybody's rushing to, spend $400 or $500 on that chase card so that they can be the first one to get it and the first one to list it. And then now, instead of having to wait, they're going to be able to seamlessly put it on eBay. And now eBay is going to be merged with all of Goldin's customers and buyers. So that's probably, I don't know, will that appear on Goldin as well? I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll all be seamlessly integrated. It's just really interesting to see this merging of powers. And I'm saying this over and over and over again, because by the time I say something so many times that you guys get sick of me hearing it, the vast majority of people are just starting to get it. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I think it's interesting to see all of this kind of merging together. I don't really use a lot of these companies. To be perfectly honest, I don't sell on eBay. I buy like my top loaders on eBay, and every once in a while, if I'm looking to buy something weird and random, I'll buy it on eBay. But I don't really use eBay a lot. I don't grade at PSA. I've graded, some of my base set Big 3 at PSA. I don't really grade at PSA, and I've never purchased from Goldin or sold on Goldin. There's nothing wrong with any of these companies. They're all prestigious companies, and I'm not saying I wouldn't use Goldin or I wouldn't, sell on eBay in the future. I'm not saying that. I'm just being transparent. I don't use these companies regularly, so this situation really isn't going to affect me personally too much because I don't use these companies. But I know a lot of y'all watching do use these companies, and this might affect you. You might really like the fact that you can send stuff to PSA, and then once they implement these changes, immediately put them up for sale on eBay. You might love that. You might hate that. You might not like that at all. Or this could mean increased fees. Who really knows? All I know is it's really interesting and some huge changes, and I wanted to rant and talk to you guys about it and see what you guys think. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? Do you think this is going to be a benefit to customers, or do you think this is going to make things worse for customers? I want to hear your opinions. I want to see what the community as a whole thinks about this. So drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It's free. Really, really helps a whole lot. And you can hit that subscription button and that notification bell. YouTube will tell you every time I put out a new video. And if you enjoyed this one, YouTube says you'll probably like that one too. So go watch it as well. And like I always say, my friends, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.